It's a great day today. It's June 19th. We are finally going to see Kendrick Lamar coming out. The Pop Out Ken and Friends concert. It's gonna be today. Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot wait for this. Like, this is gonna be crazy. I have been in Kendrick Lamar's concert twice on Mr. Morale tour, and it was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. Like, Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest performances we have ever seen. So you can imagine how this is gonna look like. This is gonna be lit. Like, this is gonna be crazy, man. So 4 p.m. is gonna be DJ Head and Friends. 4:45 p.m. Mustard and Friends. Then 5:45 Ken and Friends. What do I expect from this? I expect something insane. I expect chaos. I expect like Future coming out. I expect Metro Booming coming out. There's so much things that Kendrick Lamar can do. And Day 3, of course. Like, Day 3 is probably right now planning for the greatest music video of all time. Like, that shit also is gonna be crazy. I cannot wait. And this is gonna be streamed on Twitch, I think, and Amazon Prime. Ooh. Oh shit. Finally you're gonna see this. Finally. And we have Power 106 playing only Kendrick Lamar today. This is the biggest radio station in LA, and it's gonna be playing Kendrick Lamar all day. The celebration of Kendrick Lamar. Today is a beautiful day. I would like to do a reaction to the Kendrick Lamar show, but unfortunately I'm working and I don't live in America, so like right now it's like 10 a.m. here. In America it's like 2 a.m. Unfortunately I cannot react right away, but I will react eventually to that. Oh man, this journey has been great. This beef has been great. But it might continue because Drake can drop a diss track. I don't see it happening, but it can happen. Now would be the best time to drop a diss track. I just don't see Drake wanting this to continue, because what else you can say about Kendrick? You have said it all. Even in Hot Part 6, he was saying the same shit over and over again, and he wasn't making it fun and clever, and it just was redundant. And of course, he destroyed himself with Hot Part 6. As you guys know, he mentioned Millie Bobby Brown when Kendrick never mentioned, or he mentioning Epstein when Kendrick never mentioned. Like, the whole Epstein angle. Like, nobody ever said Epstein. Kendrick said that you are Weinstein, not Epstein. There are two different people with two different accusations that they had. One was a worker. Epstein was delivering girls to rich people, and Weinstein was the powerful guy in the entertainment industry, just like Drake, and that's what Kendrick is accusing him of. So it's weird. It's like saying that, or like, I abuse a girl, and then I say like, I never abused Lisa, and everybody's gonna look at you like, who, Lisa? Like, did you just snitch on yourself? And that's exactly what Drake did. Which showed me that this guy is like horrible writer, because like, I'm not a music writer, but there ain't no way I would write lines like that. And then he said like, I cannot be into like underage girls because I'm too famous for this shit. Like, what? What are we talking about? Like, it showed me that this guy Drake doesn't have a good critically thinking skill. He's not that smart. He's not that clever. He's not good overall writer. And it shows, because you have to keep up with your pen game. Like it's not easy to write, and you have to keep writing. Like for example, if you guys have wrote reports before and you stopped writing it, and then a year later you have to write again, like you're not as good as you were, and it takes time to become a good at it again. And that's the problem with Drake. Like he clearly doesn't write, he clearly doesn't create anything because he's just stealing content from the artists. There's a bunch of reference tracks coming out, so he's not using his brains to create anything. Meanwhile, Kendrick is like writing, not producing, but he's like part of the production because it has to go well with his voice, with his cadence and everything. Like, so he's creating a whole package, and then he's thinking about also the performance too. Like, so he's using his brain 24/7. So of course you're gonna become really, really good at it. There's certain exercise you have to do. It's same thing with J. Cole, like the 7-minute drill. Like that concept is like they go to the booth and they rap for 7 minutes. So they have a timer and it's like, okay, now rap. They start rapping, like freestyle. So they are treating this as a sport. Like you have to use your brain over and over. You have to become good at it, and you get better, you get better. And you see with Kenny, like his songwriting skills has gotten better. Like he can write different types of songs. Like Mr. Morale sounds completely different from Good Kid, Mad City, not just sound, but in terms of writing, because he wasn't writing complex, rhyme schemes. He was writing poems. So he has gotten better. He can write all types of songs, and it showed. Like he wrote it, Not Like Us, like in a couple of hours, clearly. So he's just next level. Meanwhile, Drake has been like living good, using the OVO sweatshop and not actually creating, and it shows in Hard Part 6. And you know what has been the most depressing or like sad thing to see is the Drake fans, Drake barbs, to lose their goddamn mind. Especially DJ Akademiks. I don't mind if you are like fan of your artist. Like, who cares? You can be fan of whoever. But going after Kendrick Lamar or your favorite artist opponents and trying to like ruin their reputation and attack their family, like they're harassing Kendrick Lamar's baby mama and his family members, and like this is like Nicki Minaj Barb's behavior. And it's funny how Akademiks has been trashing Nicki Minaj's fan base for a long time for being like creepy and doing too much and stuff like that. And now he's doing exactly the same. The OVO stan base or Barbs is losing their goddamn mind. And you know what's the conclusion that I got from this beef is that everything they have said about Drake has been like false. So the first thing they said, like, Drake has a lot of female listeners, like girls love Drake. There's not one girl defending, Drake. There's only males. Isn't that crazy? Like, I always thought like, oh, like girls love Drake. I only see girls coming out defending Kendrick and crying about Kendrick. Like, they love Kendrick. Everybody listens to Drake music, but they don't love Drake as a person. They dislike it. Nobody wants to be like Drake. Nobody aspires to be like Drake, dress like him, look like him. Everybody wants to have his accomplishment, his money, but nobody wants to be him. But the weirdest part is like the males are going crazy about him. Where are all the females? It's only males. Like DJ Akademiks risking his reputation, like the whole point of Akademiks platform was like, I'm independent media. I make way more money talking about you than talking to you. That's the whole point of Akademiks. And he's always saying that these big mainstream platforms like Breakfast Club with Charlemagne and Hot 97 with Ebro, they are all compromised. Now he's compromised. Now he has become the one that he has been, hating on for years. Now he's one. Now he is compromised. That has been first big revelation to me, that Drake has a lot of male barbs, not not any female barbs at all. But Kendrick has female fans. Then Drake does better numbers. He clearly does not. Kendrick did way bigger numbers in almost every track with Not Like Us, Euphoria. I think 616 would be a like top 10 if it got opportunity to be in these platforms. And like that, it all has been doing amazing numbers, very bigger numbers than Drake, and it has been breaking all the Drake records. It has broke the God's Plan record, and now the Drake stans are saying that like he's using bots, and I don't live in America, and I talk to people about this beef, and like nobody cares too much about the beef. Nobody really knows what the fuck is going on, because this is like 10-year-old beef. But I asked them, like, have you guys listened to any of these records? They say, oh, I have listened to Not Like Us. But did you listen to Family Matters? Did you listen to Euphoria? No, I heard about it, but I never listened to it. But I listened to Not Like Us. It was fire. And this is like casual music listeners that never even heard about Kendrick before. They haven't listened to any of these diss tracks except Not Like Us. So that's how big Not Like Us is. It's played all over the place, here in Europe, in Asia, in all over the world. Like, it's huge. It's huge. I hope Drake is paying a lot for Akademiks, or at least he's gonna give Akademiks the interview that he always wanted. But he destroyed his reputation. Like, now you can really listen to Akademiks seriously at all when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to music. Instead of celebrating Kendrick's greatness, like how amazing this guy really is, and the Drake fans going back to understand who this guy really is and listen to his music and try to understand why this man is so amazing and celebrate his greatness, his talent, because Kendrick is like one out of a million artists. Like, we're never gonna see anything like him ever. Like this is it. So celebrate him while he's here. And I like what Power 106 is doing. They're playing Kendrick Lamar music whole day. It's a beautiful thing to see. So like, celebrate Kendrick. Go back and listen to his music. And that's why you see all his album was charting. Because everybody was like, oh, this guy's a fucking genius. You go from like that to Euphoria to 616 to Meet the Grams to Not Like Us. Like, every track sounded completely different and had completely different styles and cadence and voice and sound, and everything was different. And people like, what the fuck? Like, he created a whole like EP of these tracks. Like, we have never seen anything like this ever. And the next album that's gonna come out, like, I wonder what it's gonna sound. Imagine if it had like LA sound, like Not Like Us, the whole album. It's gonna be ridiculous, man. It's gonna be ridiculous. But I can't wait. It's gonna be lit. I wish I was here to celebrate, to see. Imagine being in this concert in LA, watching live. Imagine, there was like over 100,000 people waiting for the tickets. So, man, that's gonna be a beautiful experience. So, congrats to all of you that can witness this live.